Saka is a top player.
Saka's not generational. He's a great player, but he's not at that level.
But I don't get the feeling that Salah's the type of player who's going to push. Not at this point.
He's hardworking, he presses well.
You know the difference between both of them is one play for Liverpool, one doesn't.
Some of their decisions, even Casemiro is a great player, but 30 years old.
Well, I wouldn't expect Everton to get that as a pen ever in a million years.
80%, 90% of the win is Arsenal.
The problem with the stadium is if the cost is going to be in the billions. Welcome back to FootyCast with Nirmal and Jules and Ola. And today we're going to do a little bit of catch-up because it's been a while. Unfortunately, we've all had been preoccupied with things.
Christmas.
So we'll bring a season, bring a sort of half-season update in it, or slightly more than half-season update. We are, just for context, doing a silent watch-along of Arsenal versus Crystal Palace.
Yes.
So if you see Ola go either crazy or depressed, that's what it is. Don't worry, he's okay.
Yes.
Okay, guys, yeah. So what do we think? Well, Ola, first with you. Arsenal's prospects today?
I expect Arsenal to win, but again, I did expect Arsenal to beat West Ham. I expect Arsenal to beat Fulham.
Okay.
It's not about what I expect these days, but I'm hoping to win. It should be a win. Yeah, it's 1-0 now, but it should be a win.
Well, but all these derby things should balance out, isn't it? So if you lost to West Ham, then you should balance out with Crystal Palace. Although they normally do quite well, don't they, at the Emirates?
No.
Oh, they don't?
No, Palace. West Ham is always a headache. Fulham,
West Ham are the
tricky
ones that,
in the recent years. And Palace, we normally beat them at home. Yeah, so I expect to win, like I say. But
do you think it's got to do with the way you set up? Because obviously you play that pressing, controlling the ball style.
No.
But then teams play low blocks against you, isn't it? So
the losses.
Yeah. In general, because is it things teams have sort of worked out what you're doing?
Not really.
And you're pressing them, the pressure, but like they're just low blocking, or what do you think is the reason why? Or just a bit of run out of steam?
Not really. I don't think we've run out of steam. I don't think they figured us out or whatever. If your team is not complete, you're going to lose games.
So you've had players missing?
No. We don't have a striker in the moment that we need a striker the most in matches, yeah. Jesus is good. I rate him highly, but it's not a poacher, somebody.
It's not as the Holland.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Supermarket Holland. Budget Supermarket Holland.
No, it's not. It's not all. And that's what was missing in those two games. They didn't batter us or nothing like that. It's just the fact that we couldn't get a goal. Against Fulham, Liverpool in the FA Cup. If we have somebody that's a goal scorer, like a little bit more steady, we would have won those games easily because we create chances. We just couldn't put it away.
And I think that's where you struggle.
And obviously, sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, chance creations, it's a big problem right now because, like you said...
Creation or taking?
No, not taking, sorry.
Yeah.
They create chances, but then they don't take them.
Yeah.
But you see, we could say that if we converted the chances we create, we had a striker with the ball in the back, that we'd be like challenging for Champions League.
Yeah. Premier League is so unforgiving when it comes to that kind of. You could create 20 chances in first half, second half the other team go on the back end and score a goal. It doesn't matter.
Well, that's what I meant by the low block. Is it because they're sitting back? Well, not maybe the low block, but they're just sitting back. They invite the pressure on. But they're either trying to play on the break, which Fulham do because they're quick, and West Ham, to be fair, because they're Jared Bowen and they've got they've sort of adapted to the Premier League and looked at we can't outplay all these teams, but we can play. I mean, to be fair though, Fulham and West Ham can play a bit of football.
They can, yeah.
But they're really good on the transition. Really Fulham especially are really good.
It's expected of those teams, isn't it? That they're going to sit back and try to hit you on a counter.
Yeah.
I don't want to point out
quick defenders though, so it's not as big a thing for you.
It wasn't the fact that
quite a mobile team.
Exactly. It's not that we were outplayed or whatever. It's just the fact that we create chances. You can create as much chances as you want. If there's nobody there to put in the back of the net, it's pointless.
But this missing striker, who would you want?
At the moment...
Well, should we make it like, who would you want if we could grant any wish? Who would you want realistically that you could actually buy? Who's available?
I'm not thinking who's available.
This is gonna be really weird, and I've been pushing for this since November.
Okay.
Solanke.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. That it's not Tony.
Yeah, I know.
I'll tell you why it's not Tony.
Okay, go on. Because that's the one I thought you were going to say. Even
realistically, we're not going to pay 80 million for Tony in the summer, in January. But he's not even going to pay 60 million for Tony.
Is he still priced that high? Because I thought he was coming down to about 50-ish. Because of his,
if it's coming down to 50
things.
It depends. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if it's coming down to, it's not coming down to 50. But if it does, there will be a lot of teams sniffing around.
He's a good age. He's still 27. I'm not too sure how long he's got left on his contract. So that's a big.
Yeah. I think he's got about 3 years or something like that.
That's a long contract.
So the only thing is, I'd read somewhere that obviously when his off-pitch things were on, they were saying, he might have to, take a cut on what price they were expecting, which was 60 to 80 million.
Yeah.
So that's why I said it's about 40, 50.
If it's something like that.
But I doubt it if there's still a queue of then it's going to be near the 80. Then
if it's 40, even Everton will be like, you know what?
Be knocking on the door.
That's a checkbook.
But no.
It's going to bounce. But
but no, I don't fancy paying if we're gonna pay 60 million, I would not want it for Tony. Not because I don't rate him that high. I like Solanke more. I don't know why.
60 I wouldn't be so much. 80 I think is too much.
Solanke, I don't know.
This not even this season, back end of last season, there's something different about his game.
But do you think they're better than Gabriel Jesus? Because if I was looking at I was Everton fan. I am Everton fan. But and we had the choice between the three of them. The three of them, I'd probably have Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, but I don't want Jesus gone.
Yeah.
I want to support.
You mean additional
to the strike force, basically. Yeah. So
whoever's running that form as a striker. Who else have you got as a striker? Is it just Nketiah? Yeah, but he's more really. He's not an out-and-out number 9, is he? He's more.
I mean, I like Nketiah as well.
Like a false 9 stroke.
Yeah, I'm always
winger, isn't he?
I'm always advocate for not selling, academy players.
Young players.
Not even young players like 23, 24. Fine.
See, I think he'll be good, but he just needs a bit of time. He's not there yet at this moment in time.
We don't. That's the luxury. We don't have time. We don't have it for you to develop. And, he's been in the team now, in around the team for the past 3 seasons.
Yeah. I think
something needs to happen or move on.
Okay. So you want... So who's your favourite? Solanke?
Yes, I would take him because he's good in the air, he's quick, and he seems to just find himself in a place where he can just poke the ball in. And obviously that's not accident. You know what I mean? It's the fact that his runs are different. He's making the right run in the box,
and that's it. Yeah,
exactly. So that's changed.
But then would Solanke be coming in as a starter or as a squad player?
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that again, if I would imagine Solanke would like the opportunity to play in the Champions League, play for a big team, and all that stuff. If you tell him, listen, there's a place there, you can take it. If you stay in form. Playing well, getting goals, you are undroppable. They're not going to say, oh, yeah, because we buy you as a backup, even though you've got, 5 and 5, we're going to drop. No, they're not going to say that.
Well, no, just say the opportunity is there, isn't it?
Exactly. Opportunity is there, go and take it. That's it.
And for me, I think...
I'd be happy to do that.
To take the next step and go and win big trophies, and I think you need to buy a ready-made starter who comes in, you guaranteed at least 20 goals.
Strike.
That's what you need, I think.
Yeah, but again, I feel like...
if you get Solanke, it'll be the same of the...
Well, my point was going to be, Solanke might be good in the Premier League, but is he Champions League level? If you're playing, Bayern or Real
we won't
Barca
know until he starts to play the Champions League. This type of players, until they're given the opportunity, you don't know what they can do. Tony might not be good in the Champions League. He's not a Champions League player. He hasn't been playing in the Champions League.
Which is what I was going to say about Solanke. For me, I need much more of a sample size.
I think what we've seen...
him scoring goals.
No, the Premier League, both of them are Premier League. Obviously, the Premier League level and the quality.
They're very, very top down.
But you know what it is,
obviously they're not, because Haaland's the very, very top of that, and then Salah, and then, there's a few others.
That's the conversation
we're not going to get Salah. We're not going to get a Haaland. Liverpool is not going to do the same. They're not going to go and get Haaland. They're going to get...
Haven't you heard?
As close to Haaland as possible.
Haven't you heard? They're going to get Mbappe.
That's why they want to go and get Nunes.
No, Mbappe.
Arsenal.
No, Liverpool.
They're not gonna get
No,
Mbappe.
but Arsenal, I think Arsenal need like a proper prolific, because people talk about Osimhen, that type of.
Not really. I don't think. Again, yeah, I will want Arsenal to get a Premier League proven player rather than go and give. Osimhen is not gonna come cheap, mate. We're talking 80 million upward.
Yeah,
Simple.
100 million and all the rest.
There
I
you
think
go.
that's what he's
So
put a price on.
I
it.
don't think we should.
Okay, so you're not. No, but then all right. Forget about the money. If you want it, if like we'll write the check, the bounces like from Everton. We'll buy the player. Who would you have?
Which was like
Haaland.
Well,
realistically.
no, but
Wait. Sorry.
no.
Realistically,
Haaland.
Anyone but Haaland.
All right. So, but Man City bought Haaland. So, all right. Next.
On the available market, the very best.
Okay, Haaland will be your best of the best. That's fine. But we'd all answer that question the same. So, of available people. So,
I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of available good top strikers about. You know what I mean? It's not.
I think Rafael Leao. But Rafael Leao's more a winger. Osimhen is the one that I think
they need
he
a
is.
proper number 9 who.
I like Osimhen as well.
Osimhen's not just goals, but he's one of them. He'll like keep the centre backs like even a Champions League and everything busy. He's got a bit more personality and thing about him, that presence.
Yeah.
Because not as much as a Haaland, but he's not that far off. He has got that because he's scary, fast, he's strong. Yeah. He's got all the attributes.
Which then gives
and
more
Napoli
room
with him were like
Martinelli.
fantastic. Even though he's had his like injury and mask and whatever else they are.
I mean, again, if it's available, money's not up there or whatever, then fine, bring him in. But
this was your wish list, isn't it? We've had the realistic ones. This is your
my wish list. We get to go and get Haaland.
Fair enough.
If I have a genie and I'm telling
you
genie,
never know, Pep could help you out, isn't it? This is understudy. Yeah, look, you've had him for 3 seasons and won 3 championships. Can you pass him along for me?
Maybe by the time they deduct all the points from them, I mean that's
you might just park your players there, and he could go. Yeah, you have De Bruyne and thingy Haaland for a little bit while I get while I come back.
But the Havertz purchase as well, I still scratch my head. For 65 million. Why did you get Karl Havertz? I don't get it.
So if you hadn't bought him, you could have put that money there, couldn't you?
What is it, quality player though?
Especially in the current FFP, era that we're in.
Everything you're saying now,
spending that amount of money on him.
No. Let's talk realistically, Spending 65 million on Kai, and
is that what you needed though?
See, that's what I think your best business is, that guy.
Apparently. So obviously, because now...
come on, man. Karl Havertz for 65 mil, whatever wages is on, that's a lot on your balance sheet. And I think, especially having signed Declan Rice as well, you could have used the Havertz money towards a number 9.
Well,
a real number 9. Whatever Kai Havertz is.
If Kai Havertz is not there now.
False football or whatever he is.
Yeah.
No, if Kai Havertz is not there now.
Because what's he added?
Well, it's added going forward. First of all, you don't, as an Arsenal fan, it's added something to the team. Again, at the beginning, I wasn't seeing it, but I've noticed when it's not in the team. We play different when he's not in the team.
Well, no, he does give you something because he's a good
he's a decent
player.
But
I'm not sure he makes your team, like the collective team, any better. He gives you something different. I think he was more to the point that Gabriel Jesus is the number 9, and he's like the false 9, 10. So you can bring him on later, keep both of them, but he's got aerial power. He's got a little bit about him where he's a bit niggly.
But even Jesus is not a proper 9 for me. If I had him in my team, I'd much rather him on the wings. He's hardworking, he presses well.
On the wings?
That's where he used to play mostly for City. He played either on the right or on the left.
Well, he used to come on afterwards, wasn't he?
When did he play on the wings?
City.
Because when I was there, there was Sané on the one wing. And Mahrez on the other.
But then they had Aguero there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He plays when Aguero is injured.
There was a season where he played on the right, where they beat us to the league. I think it was 19.
Maybe they have injury.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Well, no, I think he was trying to give him games, isn't he? Because it was Aguero was there. He was Aguero's backup, basically, wasn't he?
And for me personally,
that's what baffled.
And they had that movement in it because they had like De Bruyne coming through. They had like the central midfielder come through, and then he used to like go to the wings to make the space. They've changed the way they play a bit now.
I don't think he scores enough goals to be your number 9. For the big team, I don't think.
Yeah. No, I think he's a number 9. I just don't think he scores.
He's not prolific enough.
Nunes is not prolific, but it's still your number 9. But my point is the fact that if we're going for a prolific all the time,
yeah,
then
but they've got Salah. They've got Salah.
Yeah.
Like
but
he was the real number 9, but on the wing.
But my point is,
who's the 20 plus
yeah,
goals?
but my point is, we have if other players in your team are chipping in goals to accommodate your number 9. That's not going to get you 20 goals a season.
No, but you need at least one who gives you Salah numbers.
Well, I think
top team.
Collectively, your front line needs to give you that many goals. So if one player's not giving you 20, you need all the others to be like 15, 10, 12, 15 across 4 or 5 players.
I know, but every top side needs that minimum 20 guaranteed. Every top side, you need one. It's if you haven't got one, then you're sort of struggling. Yeah, I think. Which is where I think you guys are now. And once you get that person, then it's
you don't know where we are.
I'm not even joking. It's once you get that guy who gives you the numbers guaranteed every year, then you'll make that next step, I think.
Right. We'll see.
Gabriel Jesus next season, he'll score you 25 and you'll be like, oh, he was brilliant. He was always good.
That's what I say.
I think Jesus is capable.
I don't want him gone.
I think he's capable of getting it, but he never has to seem to have a run without injuries, does he?
I don't think
because he was injured at the beginning of this season, hasn't he?
Last season, yes. And
I think he's
this season
too much
as well,
in
the same
injuries.
thing.
I think if he actually got a run and a complete season where he wasn't it blocked off, I think then you might get like close to 20 odd goals.
He's a 1 in 3, in my opinion. At the very best, 1 in 3.
They'll play 60 games. So we'll get back 20 goals.
For me, if you want to be a proper number 9, minimum needs to be 1 in 2.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? In all comps, 30.
I think if you want to be a top level number 9,
in all comps, 30. That's what you need.
You need, yeah. Well, you need to be getting to about 20 in the Premier League. Like, that's basically 1 and 2, exactly. Isn't it? What, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah. And then, in the cup games, add it all up and get 30 goals. But Jesus, would you ever do that? Consistently as well. You can have one good season. Is he going to give you 2, 3, 4 seasons of 30 every year? I doubt it. He's a good player, though. I like him.
Are you sure you like him?
No, I really like him.
I don't think you like him.
He's got everything. He works hard. He's not your top guy. You know what I mean? In the attack, he won't scare me as a defender. If I'm coming up against Jesus and I look at the team sheet, Gabriel Jesus, I'm not. You're not going to be scared.
Well, if I was saying about the whole front line, whilst they're all really good, Saka and Martinelli and him, it's still a bit like junior, lightweight to me. Like if I was looking at Napoli's, for example, if you go at the Premier League, look at Napoli's, you got Osimhen, that Cavachili, or whatever his name is, and the other guys, and you just look at theirs and think, I'd rather have this than this.
Yeah. And I think with Saka, he's a great player.
I mean, they've sold 1 or 2 of them, money, but the winger they had in the other, there's that Elmas guy or whatever they had. They're just ridiculously good. So
Saka is a great prospect. He's a great
both
player.
Him and Martinelli, I think they
player.
will. But they're still so growing
young,
into it.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's so young.
Yeah.
He's experienced. I mean, he's played enough games. But
he's 23. Is he 23?
What's expected of him, I think, is a bit too much for where he is in his development.
First of all, at that age, if they don't expect you to do what Salah's numbers or whatever numbers. Wait. Let me finish. Yeah. If at this age, if you're not expected to do Salah's numbers, then you're not a footballer. You're a part-time footballer. It's 23 because it has.
Wait.
Let me
land. Go on. Finish your point.
Let me finish my point. Yeah. The point I'm trying to make is that Saka is a top player. Of course. Yeah. For Salah to be a world-class player, in my opinion, which is not far off. For him to be a world-class player, he
just
needs
say
to
that again.
He's not far off.
100%. Saka or Salah?
Saka.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
That's why I thought you said Salah.
If Salah's not world-class, then bloody hell, what game were you watching? Go on.
Go on, carry on.
Anyway, if your goal as Saka is not to reach the height of Salah or even surpass Salah or whatever, at this age, then there's a problem. Because if top player aim to be world class, best in their position and all that stuff. Yeah. I don't think Salah is the best in his position, 100%. I don't. But
in the Premier League or in the world?
In the world.
Yeah, okay. I agree in the world. Maybe not in the Premier League. In the Premier League, he probably is.
No.
Who's the best?
Saka.
No,
Salah.
Salah.
Or
I'm
Saka?
talking about Saka.
Oh, sorry.
You're confused us now.
Do you just hear Salah about everything?
But you keep comparing them.
But I'm not saying, I haven't said Salah once.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm saying Saka.
If we were going to say who's the best, I would have said Salah is the best over the last whatever.
But then I think what you're saying kind of like proves my point, because are you saying that
he's going to grow into it, isn't
at
it?
this age, he's saying that he should be expected to
Do
match.
Salah's number.
You think so?
100% at 23.
I disagree, because Salah
At 23.
Salah wasn't doing that at 23.
That's because Salah wasn't good at 23.
But that's come on.
Salah peaked
He
at
was.
28, 29.
He's just got better.
It's true.
No, he was, but he's got better as it.
No. Let's not get it twisted. Salah at 23 was being shipped around on loan. That's fact.
Okay, yeah.
Because he couldn't hold down his position.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Saka is doing better than Salah at his age.
But
So
I don't think Salah was playing in that position.
It was.
All the time.
on the
Because
right.
was
I seen him play
playing
on the
there.
left hand, and
he
I
used
think
to
he's number
be,
9 as well.
I think he used to either
I think it's
either
Klopp who's
side.
converted him, isn't it, to that side?
No.
Yeah, he used to play either side, didn't he?
Either other side. So he
And
used to play
Klopp's
as a
given him
winger.
position because he had Mane on the other, and then they got
exactly.
solid, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just need to check his age as well, exactly. Just
It's right now.
Saka age. So he's 22. Right.
So
So
22, 23. Fine.
at 22,
Yeah.
you need to be. Not that many players can handle the pressure that's expected
Yeah.
to have the club your size on his back. Not that many. You're talking about your Ronaldos, that elite.
The elite level,
I'm
yeah.
talking-
He's a great player, but he's not at that level. So for me, I think what's expected of him is a bit too much for where he is now.
Crystal Palace with a good shot there.
I disagree 100%.
Because
Because
could
at this
use it as well.
point, if you cannot have at this point, you can build a team around the 22, a 21-year-old.
you can.
Wait. Our hold was Mbappe when he won Champions League. Our hold Mbappe.
but Saka's not at that
But he
level.
won the
though.
World Cup.
But my point
Saka's not at that level.
point is, at that age, they expect so much of him, and he delivers.
If you're generational, but Saka's not generational. He's a great player, but he's not at that level. It's not everyone that can handle.
I feel like
that age.
you're creating you're creating an argument here because you're anti-Arsenal. Because the point is the fact that
But can
at
I
this point, at this point, Saka should be expected to be doing more than what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
If Salah is the aim, then aim for Salah's number.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying, it's too soon. At 22, it's 22.
What I'm saying is he should be sharing the workload with his teammates.
He does share it. But again, we're talking individual. You're not talking about the squad as a whole.
Yeah.
We're talking about individual player. That's why I'm not saying Saka should be doing Liverpool's number. That's why I'm comparing Saka to Salah.
Yes. Yeah. But then that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, I think Saka should, because he's previous. How many goals did he score in the league last year? Because he had a really good season last year.
I think he scored 12 goals and 10. Is it 12 or 13 goals? And I know it's double figures. For
14 and 11 assists.
There you go. So
let me just give you this and then tell me if you're disappointed. So how old is he now? 22?
22. Yeah.
Okay. So 20, when he started, 2018, 2019, okay, he must have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
18,
Basically, a baby.
Okay,
He had one match. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
2019, 2020, he's had 26 matches. He got 1 goal, 5 assists. 2021, he played 32 games, got 5 goals, 3 assists. 21-22, he played 38 games, so it was a good season. 11 goals, 7 assists.
Yeah.
22-23, he played 38 games. He got 14 goals and 11 assists, so 25 goal things.
Involvements,
Yeah. And 23-24, he's currently played 20 matches and he's got 6 goals and 6 assists. Yeah. If I was measuring him, I'd say he's perfectly on track.
To replicate what he done last year?
No, he should increase, beat it.
Yeah. 100%. Listen, Saka has not.
It's 12 in. It's basically halfway. You've got to take a game. It's 19 to 20. All right, he's a little bit. Say he's a tiny bit
And
behind, but it's basically the same.
Yeah, I think he's going to play.
He should
more
do a little
games
bit
as
better this year.
Yeah, he will. I expect him to. That's what I'm saying. At this point, if you're saying he's 22, we're not expecting him to be aiming for Salah and surpassing Salah.
No, I'd expect him to be aiming for Salah, but I'd expect him to be under it a little bit.
Yeah.
But like 14-11 is 25. I wouldn't be disappointed with 25 goal assists from somebody who's 21.
No. It's not disappointment. I'm not saying Saka is not is letting the squad down or anything.
That's better than I thought he was, because I thought you were disappointed with him.
No. I'm not. I'm saying that his goal.
What's Martinelli's numbers? Shall I go and carry on? I'll look him up.
His goal should be aiming for that.
Yeah.
Everybody, I would think Solanke's gay.
I think Gabriel again.
Absolutely wonderful.
See, you don't need a number 9. You just need a good number 4, whatever he is.
That's a good defender. Getting in the back of
He's our defender that we let you have because of bloody silly COVID. If there was no COVID, he'd be our player, Gabriel.
Oh, but Palace would be disappointed. 2 set pieces, come on.
You wouldn't expect Palace to let go for the size of their team. Have they got injuries or something? Because the size of their team.
If you're going to concede, this is not how I expected for them to concede.
How do you expect them to concede?
That's just bad defending.
How do you expect them to concede?
In a 6-yard.
That's bad defending. But is that who's that he's fallen knocked? That's twice.
That's the same player as well. Twice.
Robinson? Twice?
Yeah.
I know Robinson plays for Fulham, innit? Who's there, right? But yeah, that's the same player.
Yeah, the same player twice. Yeah.
That's bad defending. Is poor in a Premier League. No, but I'm saying if I'm a Palace
the first one was a good header, but still it's bad defending.
Not away from me. I'm just saying if I'm a Palace
fan,
it
feels like you're taking something away from.
No. I think from Arsenal's point of view, it's brilliant. Set plays, it's how you score.
That's it.
From Crystal Palace's point of view, it's bad defending.
It's awful.
It's awful.
Like that
one's awful defending. The first one was a good header.
Because they're saying it's a foul. Oh no.
Is it being looked at?
I think, they've gone.
There wasn't a foul. It was a goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Should we look at Martinelli's while we're doing that?
Martinelli's number is not as good as Salah's. So Saka's, sorry.
Forget about Salah,
Well, this year, all right, he's got 18 matches. He's got 2 goals, 2 assists, which is a little bit low.
Yeah.
22-23, he had 36 games. He got 15 goals and 5 assists, so it's not bad.
Yeah. 15 in the league, or
yeah. Premier League, just in Premier League. Okay. That's not. It's just these are just Premier League goals, not all their whole season.
Sorry, just before you go on here, I said this to you before, and you didn't rate what I was saying, that Martinelli last 2 seasons is better than Diaz or career at Liverpool. That's fact. It's facts.
Listen, we're talking about Arsenal in this segment. Stop comparing.
No, because you will pick Diaz over Martinelli anytime and all that stuff. But that's fine.
We're moaning about Gabriel Jesus, but look, his 2022-23 stats, he only played 26 games.
Yes.
That's, I think, your issue, because he scored 11 goals and 6 assists.
Yeah.
So 17 goal involvements in 26 games.
Yeah. I mean, again...
That's not far off a number 9. That 11 in 26 is not that far off.
It's not bad. It's not bad return at all. But given the fact
this one, though, he's 16 matches and 3 goals and 1 assist.
Yeah. But
so him and Martinelli have been a little bit...
Yeah, they've been off pace. You see, last season as well, I think the last 15 games, it just came back from almost 3 months out or something like that. Yeah. So it wasn't sharp or whatever as it was at the beginning of the season. Listen, again, like I say, I don't want him gone. I just need a supporting person.
Just for context,
that will,
in Champions League, he's played 5 games. He's got 4 goals and 2 assists.
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah.
Okay.
23-24. So it's Premier League goals is the one that's a little bit less. 4 goals. 6 goal involvements in 5 games.
You see these numbers that you're reading out, it's absolutely... It makes me laugh, because if you don't read that out, this guy will claim... I told him something.
Get Nunez as his numbers.
Listen, no. Don't get Nunez. Yeah, get Jota, because Jota is better than Nunez. That's fact. Yeah. Get Jota.
The problem with Jota is the same as Jesus. He's injured all the time.
It's his injury.
Yeah, so it's fair to compare both of them because they're always injured.
Actually, me and you had this argument about Jota
and we checked it as well. No, Jota just held edge just a little bit.
Jota is a really good player.
Goals, more than him.
Jota's a better goal scorer than Jesus.
Even with 2-3 goals.
What do you mean? No. Just watching him, he's a better goal scorer.
What does that mean? Are you judging goal scorers on their numbers?
No.
Are you judging goal scorers on their numbers?
Okay, let me finish.
Should we get numbers then, the facts?
Yeah.
Right, let's give you 20-21. Right, he played 19 games. He got 9 goals, 0 assists. So it's pretty much 1 and 2. 21-22, 35 games, 15 goals, 4 assists.
Again,
Not bad.
same thing.
22-23, 22 games, 7 goals, 4 assists. So a little bit drop off. But then he's had more injuries. And 23-24, 14 games, 5 goals, 1 assist. So he's pretty similar. Europa League, he's had 3 games, 3 goals.
If you could keep him
Similar,
fit,
again, similar.
he knows
to
how to
Jesus.
As the neutral, should I give my opinion?
Yeah.
I think I would rate him the same as Jesus.
I
think they're a
know.
similar level.
I
Except
know.
I think Jesus is more a number 9 and Jota's like the guy.
You know,
at the wing.
you know what the
Yeah,
difference
yeah,
is between both of them.
But they both get injured.
Oh, yeah. You
That's
know
the
the
issue.
you know the difference between both of them is one play for Liverpool, one doesn't, and that's his problem.
No.
The way he's been going on about Jesus being this, it would never say that about
Well,
Jota.
the difference is, I think Jesus could actually be better, but the thing is, at Liverpool, they're more ruthless. They're used to being ruthless. So the people around him that he's watching in training, like Salah and Mane before when he came, and now the other ones, all right, let's not forget Nunes, but they're ruthless
Yeah.
in front of goal. And I think he's picked that up because he was good at Wolves.
Yeah.
But he's been better. He stepped it up at Liverpool. And
Yeah, of course.
not in his overall play. I think that's diminished a little bit, but in his actual annoyingness and ruthlessness in goal and creating chances.
He's gotten
Being
better.
like niggly around the box, he's got better at
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah. But then, do you guys not think it's indicative that we're comparing your starter at number 9 with one of our squad players, saying that they're of a similar level? So my point being, you need someone better. As a
We
starting number
we
9.
can do Nunes and Gabriel Jesus if he wants.
I don't know.
Should we get Nunes'
I
numbers
get
for a laugh?
confused. The only thing that will make him happy if you
No,
compare
no,
Jesus with Salah. That's the
No.
only thing that will make him happy.
No.
Because from what he's saying now, from what he's saying, the only person better than Jesus is Salah.
You're not getting my point. My point is, right, for a big team like Arsenal, you can't be comparing your number 9 with one of our squad players.
Who would you want them to compare it to?
You need someone that is comparable
Salah.
to Salah. Yeah.
There you go.
That's what you need.
it.
No, but that's
just say that. Just say that from the beginning.
No, but that's the-
so we avoid all the messing about.
No, but that's the
just say
level
that. Whoever you bring, I bring Salah to the table. That's it.
No, but that's
Which is fine. Fair enough.
That's like the golden jump card.
No, but that's
Slap
the
it on
level.
the table.
No, Haaland, no, but that's what you need. Haaland, Kane, that sort of.
I've literally
that's what you need.
we start this conversation by saying that I want Alex because I want a goal scorer. I said that, but my point is this here: you don't hear what I'm saying when
I do.
when you're on a rampage for
No,
Arsenal.
no,
I don't know
no,
why,
no.
but one thing I can tell you for fact here is the fact that we will get there. Once we get that player, because you're about to lose Salah, obviously.
I'm about to lose him.
Oh yeah, he's
He
gone.
told you that?
He's going Saudi.
He's not.
Of course, it is.
He's not going to go to. Do you know what? That's interesting, actually, especially what's been going on. Players sort of like wanting to leave and things. I wonder if players that were thinking about a move in the summer are looking at it going, ooh.
I don't think so. I think Anderson's situation there. Because I've been watching the Saudi Pro League. Yeah, where he went to is the equivalent of Brentford in that league. It didn't go to the top team. Just so we know, because people think it went to.
You mean
it went to Man City? No, it did not. So I think it was disappointed with.
There's also rumours of the likes of Benzema not being
Benzema as
with
well.
the amount of money he's on, by the way.
Wait. I think Benzema had a problem with the manager, not with the league.
I know, but like these players are like you playing in front of like 9,000, fans. That's like
first of all, I feel like you're getting your information straight off.
No, but it's true.
No. This a one-off situation. It has happened. It has happened that the stadium wasn't full.
No. As a league, the average attendance is 9,000.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. On average,
it's not.
It is.
It's not. I'm telling you, I watched that league.
Okay.
Go on, carry on. I'll check.
I watched that league simply because I want to keep up with few players that I think Arsenal, especially players like Naves.
Yeah.
That I was thinking that Arsenal might go, pick up or loan or whatever it is. Benzema as well, when the rumors start to come out. I watch 1 or 2 that game. The stadium's always packed. For me, it's always packed. And I feel like it's just the propaganda that you're listening to.
No. It's I think for top players, if you're not like 34, 35.
Should we give you the largest attendance is 59,600. But I think that's the team that Ronaldo's at probably and somebody.
Yeah.
And then the lowest attendance is 133,000. No, 133.
Maybe
that's what poor Anderson offered.
And the average attendance is 8,331.
So that's what you're playing in front of.
Is a new league.
On average, every week.
Is a new league.
Exactly.
We know this.
But that's what I'm saying.
So if you go there knowing it's a new league and you're expecting 60K to turn up every weekend.
But that's the thing. So I think.
Let's face it, Anderson did what Anderson do best. Went for the money. That's it.
Of course.
There you go. He went for the money, and he quick realized that they slaying him in England for going for the money, and he wanted out. That's it.
It's not just Henderson. No. They're all going for the money.
Everybody that's gone, obviously, there's few players that are questionable, because they are at the peak of their power and they're up and left. I'm talking like people like Benzema, Anderson, they're the back end of their career. They got 2 years left,
Of course.
if I'm at the most, and they went there to go and get paid, which
But that's what I'm saying. So in the case of like a
I
Salah
respect.
who's 31, if I was him, I'd be thinking it's a little bit too early.
No, by summer it will be 32.
But
He's 30, just so
he's still, yeah, no, but
so
he's not
by
35, is he?
at 32,
Salah can stay in Europe.
Liverpool should still be. They should have a replacement. Learning off him now. You know what I'm saying? At 32, Salah's not gonna pay to 39. That's fact.
No, but you could at least.
I've
next
already
2
seen
seasons,
a yard of pace drop off, but I'm not gonna go there. But
he's still performing. I think for the next 2-3 years, you could still get the output that he's putting in.
next 3 years,
Yes, he's so fit. He's hardly ever injured.
He's got to set an example for Saka, hasn't he? 3 years. He's got to lay down the
the
standard.
way you're making it go on, he's gonna outlive us all.
No.
3 years.
No.
You're having a laugh.
He's so fit. He's hardly ever injured. He looks after himself. His numbers haven't dropped. So I don't know what evidence what are you basing it on? Saying that he's
You're saying this on here, by the way. So this is recorded.
yeah, I know.
Next 3 years, you don't expect his number to drop off
No, I said a level. I can't see him dropping off
in the next 3 years.
like you're suggesting. No.
I want to get his numbers now just to see what his level is.
What are you basing that on? I
Okay.
don't know what you're basing it on.
Because I'm basing it on the fact that age might get him.
No, but let's look at what he's done for the past 5 years. What he's currently doing this season. Where's the drop off? I don't understand.
Again, age might get him.
Of course.
If you go.
I know, but
Okay, should
There's
we
no
just do
evidence.
Salah's?
Yeah.
Just
Let's
for
see
the
Salah's number.
comparison.
they're outrageous.
Right. Okay, so
Outrageous,
17-18, 36 games, 32 goals, 10 assists. This is just Premier League, by the way.
Okay.
Right. 18-19, 38 games, 22 goals, 8 assists.
Drop off.
Bit of a drop off there.
Yeah, there is.
19-20, 34 games, 19 goals, 10 assists.
Again, drop off.
20-21, 37 games, 22 goals, 5 assists. 21-22, 35 games, 23 goals, 13 assists. So it's a good season. That's the one he won, isn't it? I think.
I think so, yeah.
22-23 was 38.
The champion Premier League. Yeah.
He's only not
19
scored
goals,
20 in one season.
12 assists. And then this year he's got 20 matches and he got 14 goals and 8
Okay,
assists.
sorry.
So this
Sorry.
year he's back up a bit.
Let me just quickly clarify something. Yeah. You said he's only not scored 20 goals once.
Yes.
Is that figure right?
That's a fact.
He's only not scored
20 goals.
in one season.
I heard 17 and
in
I
a
heard
full
19.
season
In a
only
full
once.
season.
Yeah, the 22-23 he played 38 games and he got 19. So that's
Okay.
the only one where he's been 1 and 2. Usually he's better than that. Yeah. And then 19-20 he only played 34 games, but he got 9 goals. But in those
He
2
played
years,
34 games and 9 goals.
19.
19. Yeah.
So he's above 1 and 2.
Okay.
But in those 2 seasons, he's also got 10 assists in 19-20 and 12 in 22-23. So he's well over 30 goals most seasons, or near about 30 goals or goal
Yeah, I mean, his figures are mad.
causing.
They're crazy. So I don't know what the evidence of you saying that, he's going to drop
He's
off.
already fell off.
Wait. My
From
point.
17-18, he's fell off.
Wait,
Yeah, but that was just, that season was just,
What's happened?
his first season, he scored 32 goals.
Yeah, but my point is this. I'm not, first of all, because you're going to see this as an attack on Salah. It's not an attack on Salah. Salah is considered to be one of the greatest winger in the game. Yeah. And I agree with that. Yeah. My point is, you just said the next 3 years, you expect his number to still be high.
No. In the next 3 years, if I'm him.
No.
Let me come back.
Not if you're him.
Let me come back.
What do you expect of Salah?
Listen, this summer, if I'm Salah, I'm not ready to go into a retirement league.
Okay, fine. I'm talking about in the next 3 years, what do you expect of Salah?
To be pulling near enough like the same numbers, at least. 25.
You don't expect any drop off. But in the next 3 years, it will be pushing 35, 36.
If he stays in a team similar to Liverpool's level, yeah, he'll be getting 25 to 30 goals.
Well, I'm
all
guess,
comps.
from what you're saying now, yeah, you're happy to give him 3-year contract right now.
100%. 100%. This guy gets goals and assists.
He's got about 2 years left anyway, I think, only 2 or 3 years.
He's
He's gone in the summer.
No, I think
That Saudi money is too tasty.
No, his contract runs into June 25.
Okay, yeah.
So he'll be going into his last year.
Didn't he nearly go?
So he's 18 months out.
I'm sorry.
Essentially.
Didn't he nearly go this summer just gone? Because like I say, that Saudi money is mouth-watering.
There were rumours, but...
There were rumours?
No, he decided not to
Well,
go.
Sky Sport News,
No, but-
I believe in Sky Sport News. They are credible sources.
Yeah, but he decided not to go.
Well, he didn't say, I'm not going. Liverpool rejected the bid.
I wasn't aware
What?
of
These
that.
are
but
facts.
No.
Is that not fact?
If Salah wanted to go, he would have gone.
But did Liverpool reject the bid, or did Salah say, "Nah, no, don't talk to me. I'm not leaving"? Why are you thinking about this? Did you hear? Did you see any video? Did you see anything about Salah saying, "I don't want to
He's
go"?
asking me a question. You wouldn't even allow me to answer it.
But you're thinking about. Okay, sorry. Go on. Answer this.
I was of the view that Salah didn't want to leave because
Who was your source?
let me finish again. Right, the Saudi thing came in. I think it was literally like the last week before the transfer window.
Yeah.
And Salah just said no.
Did Salah say no? Yeah. I want you to be clear on this. Yeah.
Do you know the
Did
amount of
Salah
money?
say? Wait.
Shall I phone him?
Let's
face time.
Did Salah say no, or did Liverpool say no?
Both, I think,
Both,
said
I
no.
think.
Not
Yeah,
both.
Yeah, but
Not both.
The thing is this, I think Salah wouldn't have rocked the boat. I don't think he is going to rock the boat.
Salah,
So unless Liverpool...
Salah did what
Yeah.
you expect him to
Yeah.
do. Stay quiet.
Yeah. I
They
think
say nothing.
Yeah, I think if
and that's
Liverpool
fine.
had said you can go, I think he'd have went.
Yeah.
If Liverpool said we want you to stay, he'd have stayed. And I think they just said no, we rejected it.
That's exactly what I said.
Do you
Salah
know what the
did-
interesting thing would be? If that bid had come in earlier, do you think
Yeah.
he'd have gone? I think he'd have gone.
100%.
I think Liverpool would have sold him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
of course. It's 200 million plus. Of course. They would have gone after Saka for 300 million.
it made more sense on both sides. Because, you're selling, a 30-year-old at that point for 200 mil? Again, business comes in.
I think it was just the
That's-
timing was the thing that...
Timing was bad
that
for
was-
Liverpool. So Liverpool outright
Well, it was
entertained.
timing was bad from putting in a bid because if they really wanted to get him, they should have done it at the beginning and then it would have happened.
Apparently, they said that they did want to get it, and this is what Sky Sport, and I was calling you and telling you all of this, by the way, and if, for whatever reason you forget, Sky Sport said that they needed a green light from Salah's camp for them to put a bid in. They didn't say Salah camp gave them the green light, but a bid came in. What does that tell you? Someone did this.
Listen.
look,
But if any of us three were sat there and you got a bid for however much silly money it was on, are we going to say
Somebody
no?
said
We're
yes.
going to
Somebody
be
said go
no.
for
We
it.
might.
Of
We're not
course,
going to say yes, but we might go. Yeah, we'd consider that if you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
make a bid.
yeah.
That's probably more along the lines of what it is than going yes or no.
Yeah.
But I don't get the feeling that Salah's the type of player who's going to push. Not at this point.
Was be pushing, exactly.
And I think, especially the timing, I don't think he's the kind of guy who's going to leave Liverpool in the lurch. If they'd have come at the beginning of the season, then he may have pushed. But I think Liverpool would have taken it. Because the way they are, I think it's sensible business, they would have got it. If they get a bid this summer, I think they'll sell him.
I think so.
But
No,
early,
100%.
not late, because early then they can do
Of
their
course,
business.
yeah.
But-
I agree as well.
But you'd suspect
100%.
they've already got a plan B.
Yes.
In case now they're expecting it, they'll go. Now, that's the thing. But I think the reason it came late is because who they were trying to get was Mbappe. And because Mbappe didn't go,
Who
is
was
why
trying
they
to
went
get-
to Saudi.
Oh, yeah, Saudi, yeah.
And they
yeah,
put in
yeah.
a huge
They
bid,
did-
but
they
they
did
got
put a bid
reflected.
in as well, isn't it?
And I think that's why Salah's was late.
Yeah.
Now, next time they may think, well, Lord, we know he isn't coming,
Let's go all
but
out for
let's go.
Salah, bring him in. Yeah.
But do you not think the landscape...
Because Mbappe's at the wrong age to go.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and
it
Salah
won't- it
is
won't
at the
happen.
right age now to go.
Yeah.
If he wants to.
Yeah, it would want to.
And for him, it's not going to be a shock in like lifestyle and all the other things, isn't
Exactly.
it? So as much
it
as
fits his lifestyle. It's big money.
And to
And
be
it
honest,
just makes sense.
I think
And the sooner we get rid of him, the better.
on both sides, if we get a really, like 150, 175 for a guy that's only got a year
I
left,
think if you get
It
over
makes
100, I think if they get over 100,
If he
they'd
get
start and
100,
think
if he
about
get
it.
100 on the dot,
I think-
a year left on his
with a year
contract,
left,
snap their hands off.
yeah. And to be honest, we need to start thinking of a succession plan as well.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that's in the.
I think normal Liverpool planning, they'd have done that from last year.
Yeah, that would have been in the works because they would have known the fact that.
Because then they would have been expecting it. Because if they'd had a plan B, I think they'd have done it, but they didn't. They wouldn't have been expecting it. But now they know it could happen, and the thing is, he's that year older and everything else, 2 years older. They know, so they should have somebody lined up.
Given the fact that Salah's producing
and
numbers,
the thing is,
still they're gonna.
But they've already got 3 or 4 players. They've got. It's not like they've got a shortage in the forward line now. If they all stay fit, they've got quite a lot of them. All right, they're not. None of them are at Salah's level.
Yeah,
but there's Gakpo, Nunez. What's the other guy? The Colombian guy. Diaz, and you've got Jota, and who else have you got? And you've got some of the kids coming through.
Jones, is that Curtis?
Yeah. No, I think
he plays a winger as well. He plays up attacking.
He's sort of.
He's more a winger. He's not a winger. He's more a midfielder.
He's turned him into a centre mid now, like a workhorse who's working for the team. But I think if Liverpool are smart,
they say apparently there's a rumor that Arsenal trying to ask about his availability.
He's a good player, He's not. He's underrated. Curtis Jones, honestly, even this season, he's having a stellar season. It's underrated what he's been doing. But I think if Liverpool are clever, they should offer him an extension.
Oh, it's the goalkeeper that they're saying it was foul one. I was looking at the back players. So is he no? But I think that's.
Yeah, it can be seen as a foul, but given the fact that the same thing happened against Arsenal and Newcastle,
the goalkeeper's weak. That's not.
I think that was weak goalkeeping. Yeah,
the too protected. I don't like how protected goalkeepers get.
No, there's things they should be, but things like that they shouldn't, because they do it. They push players, and he's got his own player in front of him who should be blocking off that player.
Stand in the middle.
That's what they normally do. Yeah. He should have got in the middle of him, and he can't do it. No. So that's just bad defending.
It's weak.
It's weak defending and you wouldn't expect it from Palace because they're a huge team, physically powerful and huge.
But that's what I was saying. It's like conceding 2 goals like that.
2 goals from corners.
In a Roy Hodgson's team.
Yeah, but Arsenal score from corners. Weak. So I'm not surprised. Arsenal, they get goals from set pieces. Yeah. So, yeah, it makes sense. They should be stronger, of course. Both goals.
Both of them are avoidable goals. The second one's a fantastic ball.
Both of them were.
But if the goalkeeper's on this game, they should knock that out.
Be strong. They just be stronger. Be stronger.
Yeah. And the first one is bad defending because he's let him just out jump up. I mean, from an Arsenal point of view, they're 2 very good goals from Crystal Palace's. If that was my team, I'm disappointed. Like if Everton were letting them in, I'd be disappointed because we're a huge side. You shouldn't be scoring that kind of goal. And we played Palace a few times, and we know they're equally huge. Because physically they're not. We can't bully them, whereas we bullied a few teams. In height and physicality, they're equally big, strong, and fast. So
because you're going to be up against it, but 2 set piece goals, that's annoying.
That's disappointing.
I'm a Palace fan.
If it'd been like they've set up something really good and outplayed, then that's what you'd expect. Intricate goal.
Just a corner.
That's disappointing.
But
especially as a Hodgson team, you'd expect that the basics should be organised. That's why that's surprising.
Pretty sure in the team talk yesterday, they would have been like, let's be solid, do this, do that, but don't concede up 2 corners. It's like,
I think that's always the talk, isn't it? In the team, don't concede corners. Set pieces.
You can concede a corner, but like if you're a strong physical side, you wouldn't be expecting to give up a header or something like that. That's if you did one of those cool things where you pass it, then you hit to the box, and somebody goes boom, top corner. All right, that's technically conceding from a corner, but all right, you can figure it out and go, all right, it's brilliance. That'd be disappointing because it's basics that they should be practicing every day.
But like that second one, that's just literally old school, stick it in a mixer. That's it.
I mean, it's a fantastic ball in.
It is.
It's right in the button. But like like a Martinez from Aston Villa or something, he would have caught that.
Yeah, exactly.
He wouldn't have been bullied like that.
I think he won't be bullied. He's very commanding.
Well, he's got that niggling. He knows how to do it. He's got that, like professionalism, shall we say?
Housery.
Housery. That's the stuff.
Yeah, it's looking good though. Good first half. You're doing your job.
Well, you're back up into second in the Premier League.
I'm not surprised. Like I say, I expect a win. It would have been disappointing.
I expected to win, but I thought it'd be like 1-0 or something, or trickier game.
No, I don't think it would.
I think it was going to be closer.
Palace at the Emirates don't have a good record.
They were saying it on there before that they do. That they
Good
have
records.
Because I
Maybe
know
at Certus Park, not at Emirates.
okay, fair enough.
Not at Emirates. I mean, I think they've gotten maybe a odd win or maybe draw.
Well, that's what I thought, because you're normally
like
stronger.
80%, 90% of the win is Arsenal.
Well, no, Arsenal are normally good in derbies, like local derbies.
Most derbies, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at home, especially.
Yes.
And that's why I was thinking you normally against these teams, you'd be quite good. I mean, West Ham are the one who are finicky because they can be just...
They're very
annoying, and it
team.
depends who turns up.
Oh, yeah, but West Ham,
And they've got that bit, they can beat anybody on their day, so they've got that little bit of annoyance.
Yeah.
But Palace, I would have thought used to, and not on most of the other teams, you'd have a better record.
But no, it's
So we've got their team. All right, should we speak about? We've done enough for Arsenal. Should we do? I mean, we're watching. We've got a break now. So Liverpool, top of the table.
Yes.
Liverpool, top of the table. It's a bit worrying. Again, I feel like we're talking about Salah all the time, but I think he picked up a bit of an injury in the AFCON. Just the game gone through the week.
I was going to say that's the thing for you because he's away, isn't he?
So I'm not too sure what's going on. I've not been keeping up with it.
It does look.
How many players have you got away? Just Salah.
You know, one of those
Salah,
injuries.
Salah and
one
Endo.
of those injuries. They didn't carry him out. He walked out, but he was disappointed.
It was a half
which
time,
means he knows
he felt
something.
He felt
You know what I
something.
mean?
Oh, okay.
So he felt his hamstring maybe nearly going or something.
How long is hamstring
Well,
for?
considering
Came
you're
off.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
6 months.
We don't know the severity of it.
No, I don't know. I haven't seen that.
I mean, it's not only 6 months.
But so I don't know. But then Egypt have looked really poor, so I expect them to have him back soon anyway, because I think they're going to get knocked out sooner or later, because they're looking poor.
I hope not. I hope they get to the final, and I hope they win it.
Not they're really poor.
Salah needs to win the
the group they're
AFCON.
in. They're in a group.
He hasn't won the AFCON.
No.
He needs
I
to
don't
win
think
it
his
before he
team's strong as
returns.
the thing is, Man United, they've got there's other better teams.
Senegal won
Senegal,
Cameroon.
they look to be cruising everybody.
Yeah.
But Egypt, they drew 2-2 against Mozambique, who I'm not an expert, but not a very good team. They were meant to be the 4th seed in that group. They drew 2-2 against Ghana again last minute.
Ghana as well is looking a bit shaky for them as well.
And then Cape Verde, who are top in that group, surprisingly, I don't know their football heritage, and that's the game that
Cape Verde, well, that's what Baby.
They've had a few
Is it
good
Baby
players.
that scored absolutely stunner?
the boss
Yes,
in the group.
Yeah.
They've won 2 out of 2.
Yeah, he scored halfway free kick.
So Egypt have got
Which
them
is
as their
just
last game.
ridiculous, isn't it?
Ridiculous.
So
The keeper, what is he watching?
yeah.
No, clearly watching the game because he flew in.
It's like that's out there, smoking a cigar.
What's happening? Oh Lord!
So I think hopefully he'll be back sooner rather than later. I think for Liverpool, the key thing is to navigate through January, because we've got a couple of cup games.
When are you expecting him back? Mid-Feb? Early Feb?
I think if they get through the group, which they'll squeeze through, and then whoever they get in the round of 16s, he should be back for your game, I think, because I think they'll get knocked out in the next round, if not in a group. So he's either going to be back for Chelsea next Sunday, which is the 31st, or the Monday, 31st of Jan.
Okay.
If he's not back for that game, we've got you guys on the 4th of Feb. I'd expect him around
back
that
for
time.
that.
And if he's back for the Arsenal game, happy days.
What does that mean? I don't think he'll be back, but even if he's back, I'm not really worried.
But no, I think for Liverpool, if we could maintain this 2-point lead going through this little tricky period
You've
where
got a fair
Salah's
few games,
away
haven't you?
and whatever. So on the other side of the Arsenal game, we can finish that game still being 2 points at the top.
Well, if we're saying that you're finishing that year, because that means that we're writing Bournemouth off. I don't think Liverpool's
that's what I'm
going.
saying.
I think Liverpool will drop points at Bournemouth. Wait, after Bournemouth, it's Chelsea, yeah?
Chelsea at home,
Quick,
yeah.
I mean,
question: who does Solanke play for?
Bournemouth.
Oh, okay, yeah. I knew
So-
that.
This is what I'm saying. So
Solanke's gonna come through.
it's if we could.
We're gonna beat straight after that goal, that winner.
There's going to be a check flying from.
If we could
There's going to be some cash flying from Arsenal to Liverpool to Solanke. What's that for? Yeah, don't worry. Just good lad.
Because I think what was a bit scary, obviously, with City last weekend is De Bruyne coming back, and you can see them now. Also, because their fixtures, I've had a look at them. You can see them going on a run of winning 8, 9, 10 in a row.
Well, you'd expect them to do because they don't.
City.
They have that thing, and second half of the season they do it anyway.
It's what they do.
And then De Bruyne coming back is just like the icing on of the cake.
I think we've got City in March, start of March. So again, if we could get them on our field still around where we are, not saying top, whatever, not detached. Again, I'd be happy. But loads of ifs.
But other than Salah, any other ifs, buts, maybes?
Say again?
Other than Salah, any other issues or things?
Do you know what? Not really. We've got a lot of players coming back. Robertson, Klopp confirmed yesterday that Robertson, Szoboszlai, Trent, and there's another one. Should all be back next week. Okay. So not for the Bournemouth game, but we've got the second leg of Fulham in a Carabao Cup. He said that they could be back for that. Okay. If not, then you can imagine they'll probably be involved in a squad somehow, and then the Chelsea.
So they're not out for that long then. They come
exactly.
Because Robertson's been out for ages, isn't he?
Exactly. So
I think that's one of your weak positions.
That's a big plus. Szoboszlai's missed a few games, a couple of weeks.
What about Trent? Trent is injured as well at the moment, yeah?
He tweaked his hamstring, and they were saying that he could potentially be out for 3 weeks, but the fact that he's back next week, that's a plus.
He's back next week?
Yeah. So the squads...
So they're going to be available in the next couple of weeks at our latest, isn't it? So, yeah.
We're getting a lot of bodies back, and it's not looking too bad. I wasn't expecting it before the start of the season. We recorded, didn't we?
Yeah.
When we recorded that episode, I didn't see us being at the top in Jan. So I'll take it as...
I think I did say they'd be second.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be second to Arsenal, yeah.
But the fact that, listen, 2 points at the top of the league in January, unexpected, I'll take it. And just take it from there.
Well, I think City have been a bit off.
Yeah.
Because of various things, injuries, other things.
With the absence of De Bruyne.
And I think even though they cope with it every year, I think the biggest thing that cost them is Rodri. Was out for about 4 to 5 games, and they lost all of them. They didn't win. Well, they didn't win any of them.
He got a suspension, didn't he? I think he got a red card.
Was it suspension?
I think so.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Well, he's missing for 4 games, only 5 games.
And I think
they just went.
They picked up 3 losses and a draw or something.
Yeah. As soon as he comes back, they start winning again, and they're like, "Oh, wait."
So again, with City, I think if anyone else wins it, it'll be either because City have suffered a really key injury, i.e., Rodri,
Haaland, or De Bruyne, isn't it?
But then
they sort of cope without the other stuff. Alvarez has been pretty damn good. Yeah.
So I think Rodri, if he can stay fit, you can't do nothing against him.
He normally does, yeah.
You can only hope, but not that a machine.
So we still think they're numero uno.
I
still think they're still numero uno.
I'd say so.
Oh, look, come on.
But I think it's getting a bit to the point where, I mean, they've won it 5 leagues out of 6. If they win it this year, it's going to be, 6 out of 7. So it's becoming a bit of a joke, but it's not there.
Well, the top is you guys.
It's very difficult to win the Premier League.
And then Arsenal third now on this result.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it's so difficult because everybody keep going on Arsenal, not winning, blah, blah, blah. You're staying on top of it for so long. Klopp has only won it once. And it's been at Liverpool for 9 years.
Are we going to have this argument again?
But that's fact.
No.
Yeah, but who else has won it? Other than Man City?
Yeah, okay, fine.
so Liverpool are one better than most of the teams.
Yeah, I know. But my point is that the fact that Arteta is, in around there, knocking on the door, trying to get in and whatever, yeah.
Do you know who I'm more impressed by? Unai Emery. They're knocking on the door 4th.
I mean,
I don't think they'll finish top 4. I think reality will sink in. They've gone on a run.
No, but where they were to where they've got to. In the time he's done it is like immense.
If he finished top 4, in my opinion, he should be manager of the season.
And the one who's going to love Spurs as well. Done quite well.
Almost ruining it and drag them.
100%.
Because now, they're so annoying home and away. They're so strong home and away now.
I mean, the job he's done is... he took over from Gerrard. I think they were 17th or something like that. And ever since, the points...
Because he hasn't changed that many
players, yeah.
They've bought in a few, but not loads.
And the points he's collected ever since then is madness.
Yeah. The home record is immense, isn't it? I think something ridiculous. No, if I was looking at it now, you got Liverpool first on 45, City second on 43, Arsenal with this result, obviously a game more, but 43. Aston Villa, the same games as Arsenal, 43. So, I mean, they're pretty much identical, apart from Arsenal have slightly better goal difference. for the moment.
If Liverpool,
and then Spurs
drop points
on 40 points with 21 games as well. And then there's a drop off to West Ham on 34, then United on 32, but they played 21 games. West Ham still have a game. So that top 5 is before. I think Spurs, because they've had the injuries.
What points is Spurs?
40. So I think it's really the top 4 is Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, and Villa. And if Villa get in there, I think that's an immense. Yeah. That's probably the achievement of the season, unless one of you guys can pull off beating Man City.
Yeah.
I think then, but Villa's would be the biggest. City now, I think again because they're still in touching distance. I think it's, and they've had their rough patch.
I think that's where we'll be kicking ourselves, us and them. City gave us.
They gave you the opportunity.
Small little window. We never took it. Do you know what I mean? Because I think.
Well, your side I didn't expect. Theirs I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
They had the opportunity and they've dropped the ball a bit.
We're gonna go on a run as well. We got a run in us. So we're gonna put a run together, and
what sort of run?
Listen, one of the run,
jogging around the Emirates doesn't count.
Part of the run is beating Liverpool.
Oh Lord!
Once we beat Liverpool, then
but that's just
if they drop points against Bournemouth, which I strongly think they will, and then Arsenal beat them as well. And I don't think Chelsea game is as straightforward as you would think.
No, but
Again, all of a sudden, the next 3 games. Everything could be looking, back to the usual.
I think it's still
fourth place.
Lot to play.
No, there's a lot to
I
go.
think there's Villa. I think will probably be Villa and Spurs are probably playing for 4th.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll go above that. But I think that's an immense achievement by either of them, whichever one.
I think Spurs may just pip them.
Well, yeah, but I think it's between them two.
Yeah.
Spurs, if they get the players back and keep them fit, I think But they've got them back. They got some of them back, and then they've lost some others, so they're still a little bit off.
How far off is United from top 4?
They're 21 games, 32 points. So they're like 11 points off Villa on the same number of games.
Okay. United are poor.
See, you would say, but like there's West Ham, Spurs, and Villa off that place, and I don't see any of them catching. Chelsea aren't going to do it. But you see, Chelsea have had a bad season, but they're only 1 point behind by United.
No idea.
They're on 31 points with the same number of games. And then Newcastle is 21 games, 29 points. So,
and I think, speaking of Newcastle and Chelsea, I think one of those 2 managers I can see losing their jobs either during the season or in the summer.
Which ones?
Either Poch or Eddie Howe. Especially Howe now. He's
Poch, I don't think it's going to happen this season because I think they'll give him it because they know it's a first season and transition.
Yeah,
I think he'll be around for next one.
How?
Because who else are they going to get? They've already tried that.
Yeah.
The other type. Eddie Howe, I think is a call. I think if they don't do anything by the end of the season, because they're not going to be in Champions League again, which means they're not going to get the players. They'll get the money for this season Champions League, but they're not in it now, and they're out.
How far off are they?
They're out they were out of the group stage.
Yeah.
How far are they from Champions
Newcastle?
League? Yeah, 4th place.
Miles.
Whoa. They're not
29 points. They're
behind United.
14. Yeah. They're 10th position in the league. They're behind Chelsea.
He's lost something like 7
They're
games.
behind Chelsea.
And Chelsea are 9th. Chelsea only a point behind United.
Really?
Yeah. Newcastle are 3 points behind United.
Newcastle have lost 7 out of the last 9. So there's a bit of pressure.
Injury has absolutely crippled the squad.
Yeah.
They've got almost their first 11 out injured.
This is why I think him being under pressure is a bit unfair.
Yeah, because it's got 9 top first team player injured or something like that.
So many. And then he got that lad who got suspended as well. The Italian, what's his name? Do you know the centre mid? Tonali, is it?
Yeah.
Tonali, yeah.
He's been unlucky. So,
but it's what I said to you at the beginning. All the people going and they're going to spend loads of money. I said they're going to have the Everton syndrome. You can buy. I mean, the days have been better, but they can't spend money like they've said in it. We can't go in January and spend any money because you're not allowed to. And I think that's a topic for another video. We need to do the VAR, FFP thing, and all the others. But we'll do that in another one. But yeah, I think they're off. I think the top 4 is them. It's between from Liverpool to Spurs. I don't think anybody else. I don't think United are good enough to get them to that position this season. No matter what they do, they're too far off the pace. Unless the others fall off completely.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Which you can't really envisage, but I think, and also I think, top 5 may get you into next year's Champions League potentially,
Yeah.
depending on how we do in European competitions. So Spurs could be just fine where they are, really, by finishing 5th.
Yeah.
Well, I think they'd be higher, except for their injuries.
With injuries, yeah. You know what?
Because they actually play decent football. They're a good side.
I was going to say, I like the look of them.
And I don't normally say that. Well, Spurs always play good football, but they don't always win as many games as they should.
Because I think Postecoglou, he's onto something, you know. I think he's a good coach. Every time you watch them, there's you can see what they're trying to do. It's the same sort of, you know, playing
They've just
style.
been Madison going out to kill them, and then they've got like Son's out now,
Son's away now,
and they've got like they're getting the other player. But like I told you, Richarlison starts scoring once they give him a chance, and he's actually fit.
Yeah,
they'll start scoring.
He's brought in the new goalkeeper, who's been revelation. The young centre back, they're a really good team.
Yeah, the defense has got better. They've got
a pen. That's a pen. Surely, that's a pen.
They didn't even peel, did they?
Come off.
This is where Palace are good.
They've got to go back and check that. That's a pen.
If he scores from this, you're going to be really happy, aren't you? No, corner.
That's a pen. Oh, come on, ref. Have a look.
Are they watching it?
I think so.
Are they looking back? Let's see.
Oh, they are good.
That's a dive.
It's not a dive.
Look at him. He's throwing himself. Look at that.
That's a pure dive. That should be a yellow card.
How is that a dive?
That's not even a good dive.
I know.
That should be a yellow card. One for diving and 2 for the how bad you need to
Salah
dive.
before.
100%.
100%.
Come on.
I've seen that given for Salah.
No, because Salah's much better at diving.
Of course.
Exactly.
He's a professional.
He's a
That
professional
was like an
diver.
amateur.
If you're going to do it properly.
He always go for gold.
That should have been a sending off. One for diving and 2 for being so bad at diving. 2 yellow cards and sent him off.
Honestly. Come on. Disgraceful.
Come on. There we go.
Go. That's just bad play.
There we go.
Goal.
That's a great goal.
Let's go.
See, he's a decent player.
You know, he's a good squad player. Trust that.
Well done.
Palace.
That's a fantastic counter attack.
That's a great goal.
Yep. I think that's a bit.
That's a great touch, that as well. Because I thought,
he's messed it up then.
Yeah.
Over to you, our rivals.
Don't worry.
Your Liverpool, your City. That's it. That's the only 2 people. Actually, City.
Listen, I wouldn't worry about City. They know what they're doing.
They'll do that
the
job.
other teams are the ones you got to worry about. I think that City is still in touching distance and close.
Yeah,
he's inside. Well onside.
Of course, he is.
This first touch here is a class.
Absolutely took the defender out, and there's no chance for the keeper, really.
Oh, Klein, don't dive in, bro. He slipped.
They have a choice.
Nathaniel.
Because you expect him to hit it with his left, innit? And it's just like that, yeah. And he's gone. Yeah.
He should know, isn't it? He should know the fact that he's right-footed, so it's probably going to try and go for his favourite foot.
So try and keep him on his left.
That's exactly what...
Yeah, you would have pushed him on. Stop him going to the right.
Liverpool at Anfield. And Zinchenko, Salah came onto his left. I was screaming at the TV. Oh, no way.
Oh, no, he's offside.
He's offside.
It's the knee. Where? It's the knee.
What knee?
He doesn't look off there.
No.
That's onside. Come on. Just give it a rest.
You know,
it's his breath.
What you call it? Briefly touching on VAR, though, you shared something with me when Howard Webb was discussing. Do you know
they're giving it
the Odegaard pen?
Yeah,
we've had that incident.
Do you from looking at that video? Yeah,
did
you change your mind
when I was watching it live?
What live? Of course,
yeah.
You're a Liverpool fan. You're gonna advocate for pen. But wait. But now looking at what I sent to you, did you change your mind? Did you see it? What it was saying?
Well, as
that Odegaard was falling down.
Oh my God!
That your hand is in natural position. If you're falling down, you're not going to tuck your hand in.
Hold on. Are you talking about the officials on VAR on the day, or how Webb was saying? Webb was saying that it should have been a pen. He was. Howard Webb confirmed that should have been a pen.
Come on.
Because
come on, Odegaard, smack here.
You should have just hit that first.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing was making.
He's offside anyway.
Howard Webb come out and said that should have been a pen.
It's not a pen, of course not. It's ridiculous.
That wasn't offside. Yeah, they were flagged, but I don't think that was offside. That was pretty tight.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't think that was offside.
But yeah, VAR's in a mud. That should have been a pen. Come on.
No, it's not. It's falling down. I don't know what else you expect because he tried to tuck his hand back in.
Do you remember the incident that we're referring to?
I've probably seen it, yeah.
Odegaard falling down.
I ignore VAR now because it's a joke because the decisions we've had have just been awful.
It's mad. He moved his hand towards the ball.
No. Yeah. It slipped and it was falling down. Yeah. He's using that as a balance.
No, he's not.
Of course he was.
Bear with.
Yeah, go and find it. Well, no, but we've had Onana's where basically his hands are there and they've hit the ball at him. Literally just hits it at him point blank and they've given a penalty and you're like, and even the person they have in the studio saying, and it isn't. It's like they're all going, it shouldn't be one, but it is under the current rules. Wait a minute, there's something wrong with the current rules if those things are like, one of the guys was really good because he goes in the, you have to put the volume off, but.
Yeah. Just that if
It's no way you're going to give that. There's no way you're going to. He's using his hand for balance. And as soon as his hand touched the ball, he tried to tuck it back in because it was unexpected. I don't understand.
Let's get a third party opinion.
If you look at that, he tried to put his hand back in because he was shocked that he might have touched the ball. It wasn't him trying to be, deceitful or whatnot.
Do you think
it's the fact
I think he's been a little bit clever there, if I was being honest.
Clever?
Yeah.
I mean, how that's not a pen for me? That's unbelievable.
It wasn't a pen, wasn't given.
It wasn't given. And then you've got the head of the refs, because he does this weekly show with Michael Owen, confirming that, yes, that should have been given as a pen. So I don't know
if that wasn't given, the ones we've had given against us shouldn't have been pens. They shouldn't have been, because that, that's not clear cut. So if it wasn't given on the referee, I don't think it'd be changed. But if you were VARing it, have they VAR checked it and they've said, no, it isn't?
Yeah.
That was VAR talking.
So
they didn't VAR check it.
No,
but that was what they were discussing.
Can I say
with the ref.
Clever
They didn't VAR check it.
Yeah, I know, but they're looking at it as an incident. So
but what I'm saying is, VAR didn't get involved because the on-field decision stands. But they were obviously they releasing the audio because it was being discussed. No.
That had to get checked.
No.
It's mad. And I just think, you know what, VAR as a tool, it's better for the game, but how it's being used is just
No, you can see how the referee hasn't given that. But it should be checked.
Exactly.
Because it's through. Now, personally, I don't think it's a penalty. If it was me making rules, I don't think that's a penalty. But if I was looking at it under the current rules and saying VAR is there and not being completely stupid rules, I think that's probably a pen.
Yeah.
It should be given.
In the
Did you hear what he said? Or did you just hear it should be a pen?
No, but
that's what you hear. No. He literally said,
personally, I don't think it is.
Personally,
I don't
think it's a pen.
Yes. I mean, I do. Again, these things are
personally,
subjective.
you think it's a pen?
Yes.
And I'll tell you why, because I think it's not an open, clear goal scoring opportunity. So I don't think that's a pen. And I wouldn't be like if Everton. Well, I wouldn't expect Everton to get that as a pen ever in a million years.
I've watched it. And I think his hand does make a movement towards the ball. He's very smart how he's done it.
He slipped.
I think he's gone down. Trying to put his hand down, but then he's seen the ball and been a little bit clever. So it's like 50-50.
There you go.
Or maybe not being clever, but he's done something where he's actually, because he's moved the ball the other way, where it definitely stopped the player getting through.
If you look at that video from Aspa's perspective, it should have been a yellow for everybody that raised their hand as a pen.
No. No, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be disappointed if it was given against. But I think if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd look at it and go, I'm disappointed it hasn't been given. That's like 50-50. It's how where you are it. Personally, I don't think it is. But I can see how it could easily be.
But then I think the issue is if the head of the refs is coming out and saying that should have been given in the cunning guise of the rules and VAR being what it is, why are they not giving it? So why are the fellas behind the screens? If their bosses are saying, look, that should have been given, what are we doing?
But we had our situation with Calvert-Lewin. Did you see what he did?
Yeah.
And they give him the sending off. And it's still, the sending off still on his FA Cup record, which is stupid.
Why?
Or they've taken away suspension. But how can anybody who's ever played the game,
There you go.
like, give that as a sending off? And it's not even a foul.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
I think you've got, I think they're misusing it so much, and you think you're getting footage.
Well, the problem is you've still got opinions. The whole point of bringing VAR in, it's objective, so you're supposed to have it as full rules. Yes, it helps in some situations, but it's sort of ruined the game. And then they have this huge delay for things which really shouldn't be there because, and the people in the VAR, well, my opinion generally on refereeing, because there's a lot of, we haven't had a penalty. We've created, like in most of our games, like 20, 30, like whatever, we've slowed down a bit, but there was a load of games where we've created 20, 30 chances. How, in what game, in what world do you not get a penalty in one of those things? And yet we've given penalties against us for nothing. When a player literally is falling down, our one's worse than that for Onana, and they've given a penalty. When he literally is going down and the ball, guys just hit the ball at him. And we've had 2 or 3 of those.
Again, so you think if they're watching it back...
And they were less penalties than that. And that, you could see could be a penalty. You could look at both sides and go, that could be a penalty. But I'd be disappointed if it was given, if it was my team defending. If I was attacking, I'd be disappointed it wasn't given. Our one, you can see it's clearly not a penalty. And in other teams, not just Everton's, I've seen a load of teams where they shouldn't be. There's a load of really bad decisions.
Yeah, there have been, catalogue of bad decisions.
I don't think it's not VAR as much being a problem. It's the rules around it. I think the handball rule.
The handball rule needs to be amended. It's mad. It's crazy. It should be clear and obvious if you're hitting it. When it's just hitting you in the thing, that shouldn't be a penalty. Because if they want to increase goals, then you need to fix the offside rule. Because if it's tiny like hair, it should be clearly and obviously offside. Because the whole point of the offside is that you were goal hanging. That's what it's made from when back in the day, when the whole point of it, because you could just stand on the goalkeeper. So it should be clear and obviously where you're like ahead, like a fixed amount of head. Tiny amount of head shouldn't be
No. I think for me, they should do it maybe from their feet. Because you see sometimes like the strikers are leaning forward. But then for me, if the defender's feet and the striker's feet
I think if it's like this and this, if the play is like this, if it's like 50 centimeters or like a foot ahead, whether it's the head, whether it's whatever part of the body, if you're clearly ahead of the back line, so when they're drawing those lines, it's not like they're like this. He's offside. It should be clearly offside. Like so nobody can argue then because they go, look, my whole head was offside or my arm was offside.
And all this. And
you see that line should be mandatory.
This much of the cloth was...
To the video, especially offside ones. They should be mandatory. Sometimes they use it, sometimes they don't use it, which is... very annoying. That I'll draw the line. Let's see it for ourselves. And,
Yeah, I mean, again, I sound like I'm moaning as a Liverpool fan, but the Tottenham one, to this day, I don't understand how that happened.
Listen...
I don't think it's helped.
I don't understand.
And
I agree.
I think it's just made it worse. And the problem you've got... this is another rant, and probably for... Should we save the rant for the next next episode? Yeah. Because I've got quite a lot of things to rant about, obviously being an Evertonian.
But I think you're right, though. Ever since that incident, I think they've been second-guessing themselves, which has made then the decisions even worse because you've got...
The thing is, it hasn't become objective. It's just still, it's people's opinions. It's the opinion of the person in there and the other bits, and it hasn't got any better. And the problem is when these decisions can cost teams like, a competition,
big business, isn't it?
A position in the league, and or relegation and stuff. It's serious, so you've got to get it right, or just don't do it. Let the referees get on with it. Let's have what we had before. At least in the game flowed. It's a goal. It's given. It's goal. Because even some of the off the goal line decisions seem to be a little bit iffy. Like they're biased on what is actually happening. We've had 1 or 2 of those where it's like, how are you not giving it, or what are they saying isn't there? There's too much bias in what they're doing and who they're favouring, and that's what gets people decisions.
Which, again,
there's obvious mistakes, and then there's bias on it, and that's what's really... I think it's ruined the football for me. I'm not a big fan.
And you're in danger of bringing the game into disrepute, aren't you? You're starting to think, who's the fella behind the VAR today? Is he got anything against my team? Blah, blah, blah. And you think...
Well, they should look at that and not put those people... I mean, I don't understand why Everton don't complain about half they've got 3 or 4 referees that are never given anything, and they're given dodgy decisions all their career. Why they haven't complained and said, no, they're not allowed anywhere near either the VAR room or in our referee. They're not allowed near our game.
It's the same with
and
us.
they'll be same with everybody. There'll be referees that don't like that team. They shouldn't be. Did you just say you shouldn't be anywhere allowed near them?
We've got this guy, what's his name? Coots or something? David Coots. Maybe his first name I'm not getting right, but Klopp criticised him once, and I swear to God, ever since then.
But he shouldn't be allowed near the game because he's a vested interest. He's not unbiased.
There's a catalogue of decisions where he's either been on VAR or the ref in the middle. And again, it's conspiracies, but he seems to
there are people who do it.
It's human nature, isn't it?
Everybody has bias. I mean, we're trying to be unbiased, but everybody has bias. Obviously, on this one we are because we have our teams that we support. But like, if they're unbiased, you can accept the decisions, but they're not because obviously they have the teams they support because they're in football because they support something. Yeah. They're probably referees because they couldn't be players. So they want to be involved around the game. The thing is, they're seriously well paid. They're in a few £100,000 a year, aren't they? So they should be making good decisions.
Should be best in class. I don't.
Some of it I have a bit of sympathy because the rules are just stupid now. They've made rules for no reason, like the handball rules and the other things. The offside rule is stupid. They should be made in the spirit of which they were made originally. Why are they there? They're trying to just adjust them for
this whole idea of evolving the game. Well, it's not. You're not evolving anything. It's just you're making it worse, aren't you? But
because you've lost the best thing about football, and you can give me your opinion on this, is when like you score or you save something, and it's that jubilation, that the emotion, raw emotion at that time, instant emotion.
Now it's been managed by VAR because you don't know whether.
And that's ruined the game. How is that in the benefit of the game? I'd rather have it wrong goal scored or wrong right one to score. Score for us or score against us because they used to balance out over the season. Now they don't, and you've just ruined the game because nobody knows. It's like that pause in the stadium. It just ruined it.
You've lost what it's about.
Yeah, you've lost the whole emotion of the game.
Literally, even as a fan, you saw him before. A goal was scored. You didn't come on, get in. You're there is it VAR? Is it this? And you've lost that instant moments of celebrating.
And I think it's ruined the atmosphere at the games. In the stadiums and stuff. I mean, we've got lucky because we've got loads of things to moan about. So the thing is, all this us against the world has made like a Goodison's atmosphere pretty damn good. But I think a lot of the grounds they've lost that over. Doesn't matter about the team just because you don't know.
But the thing is, also as a match goer, when a decision goes to VAR, you don't know what's going on. When you sat in a stadium, you can't hear it. So it's just there you
can't really... Well, home you get a little bit, but even then you don't hear it, and it's still...
Because you're watching it on a screen. But like at Anfield, we haven't got a screen. You're there just thinking, what's going on? You're there thinking, what's happening?
Have you seen our new ground? The cladding's going on the roof, man. It looks good.
So I think another thing they could do, like in rugby, in other sports, is mic the ref up so that the ground can hear the decision-making process and be involved. Because
I think they said they wouldn't try that, and then they've cut it out because they've obviously realised that what they're saying is that the crowd, it could cause crowd trouble. So I think
that's a good point actually. Because even on telly, you don't know what's going on because the commentators can hear it.
You used to have it in it because they used to show you the picture with now when we was watching it, you can see the ground, but they don't tell you that much now. You're just getting the last one, whereas you had the bit which was okay for TV watching, was entertaining. But realistically, you should have that on the. You should have screens on the ground and then have them showing. Then all right, because then you can see the pause.
And also hear the dialogue between the ref and the VAR, because in other sports, NBA, rugby again, you hear them talking to each other. So again, you know how they've come up with these decisions and etc. But in football, it's like, oh, it's being looked at. Oh no, it's offside. Goal given. It's like, again, it's.
I think it's ruined it. I think where it was supposed to help, I don't think it's made a difference. They should have put them in goal line technology, made it automatic, and then made it and adjusted the rules to go. If you're clearly offside, this is a distance. So we draw the defender's line there, and the attacker's line has got to be more than whatever it is, whatever distance, a clear thing, whatever we think is good for that 50 centimeters, a yard, whatever, or a meter or something offside. That's offside, and then they do it quickly. If it's clearly over this point, then that's offside. If it isn't, then it isn't. Exactly. But it's not like is this line is on the top of the other line? That's just a subject. You're just going to have opinions.
So it should be black and white, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it's this much over, fine. You're not going to do millimeters. You're just it's over. That's fine. And then everybody can accept it because you can't argue then. Exactly. Now you can argue because is the blade of grass, is the cutting in the grass straight or whatever. And they could do that quickly. because you're not looking at little toenails going over this, that, and the other. I think the other thing, and this is more Man City fans probably moan, when they put the flag up, they should just stop the game.
Oh, yeah.
If it's clearly and obviously over the thing. Or they should have like the linesman mic'd in as well, and because he's going,
flag up.
Should I put my flag up because that was offside? They should instantly check and go, put your flag up now.
If it's obvious, you should be able to just go,
Because you've got the technology. If you're mic'd up and they're all talking, they should be like, mate, that was like, you're a mile off. Because the problem is now he's trying to judge the things. If he's got that distance where they go, Ola's offside here because Jules is the last man. It's, you've got 60 centimeters or 50 centimeters. That's all you can easily tell. If you make it like, the thread on his coat is one past Jules, then
it's I just think it's just a bit of common sense just need to be introduced and everyone's happy, but they try to.
Nobody's ever going to be happy, but if you make it obvious enough that it's obviously offside or obviously this handball, where the player goes. But we've had one of them where Rodri's done that. That cost you the league and cost us the 3 point in a game, which would have been important. When he's done that and it's hit him there, how is that not offside? And we've had one given for we've had 2 or 3 this year given without this season for no reason. Where the player's been falling and you've hit it from there at me. Well, how much time have I got to go? I want to block that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they have quick reactions, but I don't think even they're that quick.
Not that quick, no. Whereas back in the day, handball used to be ball to hand. Which for me, growing up, that's what handball is. If you move your ball towards the hand towards the ball, that's handball. But if someone's like a yard away,
it should be. It's a deliberate handball, isn't it?
And they flick it on your hand. That's not a pen, or it's not a foul. But like now, it's just they're trying.
But no, if you're diving like this,
obviously,
or obvious position,
like movements,
then you can't argue because everybody look at it and go, okay. But now they made them too much, where it's just like, well. Is it or isn't it? Like that one is it or isn't it?
It's too much of a grey area, and you think,
And so, no, I'm not a fan of VAR. Is the big point.
I mean, we've just had the rant. Sorry.
He's been enjoying the game.
I've just listen.
He's been busy, so he had to fill the. He's had a share of speaking. He's content now. It's 3-0 up for Arsenal. I think Palace have picked it up a bit, but that's fine, because you can sit back now and hit them on the break.
The game's over. This could end up 4-5 now.
Oh, good.
Oh,
what the? See, the thing is, you're good at getting there, but you are a little bit lacking a little bit of, I mean, it's a bit bad to say it's 3-0, but a bit of ruthlessness. Yeah. That's what you're lacking. I don't think it's even plays. I think it's just that mentality thing to be ruthless.
Yeah.
Because they're not bad in getting there. They're pretty even the pace on the break. They're quick on getting there. But then it's the decision making. This is like watching Everton.
Yeah.
We get there and then they mess up the last ball and you're like...
Yeah. Like they showed it for Trossard's goal. That's what you need.
Yeah, that's ruthlessness.
Boom. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, goal. Gabriel.
You don't want them to go off.
When's the Champions League coming back, by the way? It's
March.
February. Is it
March normally?
It's normally around Feb, isn't it? Like
or is
I thought it was last.
Oh, is it Feb?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Good. I'll check.
It's
last week of Feb, I think.
Because you got Porto. That should be pretty straightforward, shouldn't it?
Yeah, you would imagine.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But in Europe, you never know. I'm not saying not against Arsenal.
Well, in Europe,
No. I'm saying sometimes, especially in England, we've got this thing of because I've seen it where like United play Villarreal. You think, oh yeah, United should.
We're not United. We're more Liverpool than Liverpool. So,
middle of Feb, 13th and 14th. Are you in there? You're 21st, so you're the week after.
Yeah.
So you've got a bit of time yet. Yeah. Porto away, tricky game though.
See, like a away game like that. Oof. Or across the
who have you got in the Europa League?
Why? No, actually.
Can I answer that? Who cares?
No, I think that the Europa League is.
Now there's going to be a few decent teams there because they've dropped in, haven't they?
There's not that many. The teams that
but a couple of them fell out, didn't they? Because
but the
United isn't in there, are they? Because they were below.
No.
Yeah. Not that I'm saying they're a decent team, but
because I remember I was watching all the groups, people that finished third. There was no one of any real consequence.
There's a few teams that are disappointing because they finished bottom, didn't they? They should have been third.
If anything, it's more to do with Leverkusen. I think they're probably our biggest.
They're flying, aren't they?
Under Alonso. So I think that would be a great final. That I'd love an Alonso against Leverkusen final. That would be a good final. So they're the strongest
he'd probably pull it off though because he knows how Liverpool play, so he knows the DNA.
It's I think they're still unbeaten, if I'm not mistaken, in the league. And
they are ridiculously flying.
Crazy amounts of goals as well.
Let me go and check.
So apart from them, Liverpool should,
because they were top, isn't it, by Leverkusen standings? Yeah, 17 games, 14 wins, 3 draws.
Only thing is
45 points, 47 goals for,
Bayern
12
Munich
against.
Breathing down their neck though. This is it's just Bayern Munich, isn't it?
Well, they're on 41, but they got a game in hand. But they have lost a game, isn't it? Was it to them that they lost, or was it? No, they weren't. It was somebody. They got beat by Dortmund or somebody. But Dortmund are a bit down, aren't they? Stuttgart have been good. Leipzig have been good.
Yeah.
But Bayern are getting back. Bayern have been pretty immense. It's just Leverkusen have just been. And they seem to be good defensively. Only 12 goals against.
Already conceded.
Wow. I thought that was. And I knew they scored a lot, but I thought they'd let in more. But no, the defense is pretty strong as well.
The only thing with that league is just
Bayern are probably going to win the game in hand. Then it's 44-45, so it's probably a 2-horse race. Because then Stuttgart at a 34, a bit of a drop because it was closer than that before. But it seems to have been a little bit of a space between them. But that would be some story.
It will be, won't it? But the thing is, it's just like Dortmund last year. They literally took it to the last game and then drew. It's just like, Bayern just always.
But at least it makes it interesting.
It does. But you just know the outcome. More times than not, you just know Munich are going to win it. A bit like City in this country. It's starting to become.
Well, people get about the Premier League, but that's what you look at it. Actually, who wins it? There's just been periods of where there's been there was Manchester United first had the year period, and realistically since then it's been Man City. And then you've had Arsenal had a little bit of a go, but they would only really fill in the blanks when Man United didn't. Yeah. Then Chelsea's come and done it. Liverpool's had one. It's had a few opportunities with Man City, but only one where they've got it.
We're talking about the only team to never lose a game winning the league. They didn't fill in the blanks. They had a moment.
No, but I mean, they weren't 1, 2, 3 leagues in a row United were doing. The dominant team was United. And then the dominant team afterwards is Man City. Everybody else has just been 1 or 2, 1 or 2. One year not, 1 year not.
Because I think you guys won it in 98, and then United won it 3 years following that, 99, 2000, 2001. You guys then picked it up again in 2002. United then won it again in 2003, and then you won it in 2004. So United would just lend it for 1 year, take it back for 3, give it back for 1 year, and then take it back again for...
Lend it.
That's what these teams do. City, that's what City done with us.
It's when they're in the transition or when they have a phase.
We went to go and break off a very, very, very strong team owed on the league.
Say again.
We went to break off a very, very strong team owed on the league.
No, look.
I mean, Liverpool is in that league as well. I mean...
But that's what
but if you were going to be disappointed, but the thing is, the best thing that happened then was Arsene Wenger coming to Arsenal, who did have a phenomenal record, but it was filling in when they had, because they'd win 1 or 2, 3 in a row, and then they'd usually win 1 or 2, and then somebody else, then 1 or 2 again, or whatever, 3 a couple of times, and that. Which does make it a bit boring, and I don't know why these people who want it, I know Sky want that. I'm going to shout them out, and the media and things, because that's the way they want to do. They want to Americanize the sport and make it so it's the franchise and stuff. I think that goes against the whole point of football. The football's not that. It's not an elitist game. It never was. Yeah, there are clubs that are at that point, but they still play in a sporting league, not in a way where this is. And people go on about, actually, we'll do this in a second video because I want to do the FFP and financials, isn't it? So we'll do that in a second. So, any more to say on your teams?
No, I think we've...
City, we think, is strongest. Liverpool is the closest challenger, while Ola's distracted, and he's not listening. Arsenal, obviously, a challenger. I think the third challenger. And then Villa and Tottenham, do we think they're 4th and 5th fighting?
I'd say so.
United, I don't think going to be, they're too far off.
The top 5, how it's looking, that's how we'll finish, I'd say, by the end of the season.
They may move around, but I think the top 5 is the top 5.
Yeah.
Brighton were flying, but I think they've dropped down a little bit there in that mix. Chelsea can come up, but again, I think this is a year of transition for him, and that's why I think Poch will be given time, because I think they've given. Next year is the season to judge him. I think it'd be really unfair to judge him on this season.
Yeah.
Because he's still sorting it out. He's still getting it there, and they've got a fairly young team.
Yeah.
Again, which is it always takes time to build that mentality in that team. Like certain somebody's team is getting there. They've had a couple of seasons of it.
And speaking of number 9s as well, they need a proper striker as well.
Yeah, they're more suffering. I don't think Arsenal's suffering that much from a lack of number 9.
I mean, Jackson, that's not the level.
But they're the same youngsters, aren't they? They've got to get their structure, but they're still, even from the wings, they haven't got the goals. They haven't got the, people like Saka and Martinelli getting the goals, or Odegaard and Co, and like Gabriel scoring, they're super number 9 at the back.
A bit unlucky with that Nkunku, because he got injured. He's a good player.
I think that's why they're going to give time. The Mudryk seems to have got a bit better than the Poch. But they're not consistent. Well, they blow hot and cold, don't they? You see him one game and they look and go, yeah, he could be fantastic. And then next game, he's not in the game.
Yeah, but for the outlay, I mean, some of the
but that wasn't Poch, was it? That's been
done
before.
Course, but I'm saying
for the outlay, I don't think any of them are that good buys. But I think they will, like you said, Nkunku will come back. The others will come back. I think there's enough about their players that if they actually get organised and play as a team, they can get somewhere. And they are getting better.
Yeah.
But I think this season's the season of transition. United are just hot and cold. They can be good. They can be awful. You don't know which one it's going to be.
Yeah, I think Ten Hag, I can't see him surviving the summer. Me personally. Because I think if I was a United fan, I don't see it. I don't see what he's trying to do. And he's been here,
I don't like that kind of manager that starts blaming the things that is too, I don't think the manager who's too in control works these days. It's not the type of management that's old school management. And then he hasn't got him playing like Ajax, but I don't think they ever will, because you haven't got the players.
You haven't got the players.
There's...
But the thing is they've allowed him to sign his own players for this.
And I don't think they've made any difference.
It's not happened. So you think, what are we doing?
The only player they've signed that's actually, I think, makes a difference in the team, pushes him up, but he isn't his style, is Casemiro. I think the rest of them are not. And Casemiro's at the end of his thing. He's come for... But he still makes a difference because he's a winner. He's world-class level winner. But he's going to get injured. He's not going to play all the games. You know that because of his age. And the others, I don't think, are that level.
Some of their decisions, even Casemiro is a great player, but 30 years old.
I mean, if you're trying to build a team like you're going to, a young team, and are playing like Ajax, Casemiro isn't the player you buy.
He's not the guy.
He solves a problem for them because they haven't got that. But he's not the player you buy. They
were trying to get the guy from Barcelona, De Jong.
Yeah.
And again, they didn't get him. And again, they panic and they think, in order to appease the fans, who can we get?
But obviously De Jong is that because he's from there. He's that player.
So then why get Casemiro and stick him on a 4-year deal, 5-year deal at 30 years of age? Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, then I take it back. That's not good business.
You're not going to get rid of him.
And he's going to be on silly money.
To be 400 grand a week on a 4-year deal, he's not going to go anywhere.
No wonder he came.
He's come to
I was wondering why he was coming.
He's come to retire, so you think...
That's his retirement fund.
Some of the decision-making is just...
And then he'll go to Saudi.
It's bonkers, but...
Well, they've got Ratcliffe, Kevin... I forgot his first name. Jim Ratcliffe.
Jim Ratcliffe.
In now, so they should start to clean that, because I don't think he's going to spend the money like they've been spending before.
I think the football direction is going to take a different sort of... Because they've got... It's him, and he's brought in this...
He's got his number 2, isn't
guru person.
Well, I think they've bought a team before, didn't they, in France or somewhere else?
Nice,
and that's
is it?
Nice, yeah. So he's had this guy who's done there, like the sporting director or whoever, the person they've had to... I don't think he's a complete sporting director, but he's one of his guys who comes in and fixes companies when they buy them. So they've done it there.
And I think they'll get it right, United. I always say this. The name, the sort of money they've got behind them, the revenue, United are going to
Should I be honest? I hope not, because they've had their time in the Premier League. I think they deserve another... They need to get to about 30 years without winning it.
Sooner or later, they'll get it right.
But they've been about 15. And when did they last win the league? Should we check?
2013.
So it's been 10 years. So they've got another 20 years in the wilderness.
Yeah. I can't see that happening. So I
don't think they can afford to be in the wilderness that long. But the thing is, they need to sort the stadium. They need to sort the training ground, because their training ground is way behind. They said they're looking at that first, innit? The problem with the stadium is if the cost is going to be in the billions, and whether do you put that money there or do you put it elsewhere?
Which is why I'm sort of like an FFP now, because even though the revenues are crazy, so they can afford to still make big signings and stuff. But like I said,
this is another video, but I'm going to say this. Yeah. I don't think they're ever going to prosecute Man United on it because they're the fave numero uno club. Both Sky aren't going to allow that because they're the sponsors. Yeah. No, City they don't like because they've come and upset the apple cart. But they ain't going to do it to United. United are the number uno fanboys. They're the ones they support.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't want them to succeed. I don't think that they've had their years of success. It's time for other teams to win. I'm happy Man City winning. I don't have any issue with what they've done. I have no issue with if Newcastle wanted to go and blow the money everywhere.
Yeah,
I know they ain't going to be allowed to, but I don't have issue with it. But I think let's save this for the next one because this is the next video. Okay, any other thoughts? Are you Arsenal? Are you happy? Are you winning still 3-0?
3-0, clean sheet.
So I think we'll have a little pause. So we'll sign off this episode if there's nothing else. Thank you guys, and we'll do for financials in another episode. Okay, like, subscribe, comment on what we've said. What do you think of Arsenal's chances, Liverpool's chances? Do you think Man City is still going to win?
Hopefully not.
Is it time for a change? Comments, like, subscribe, or don't like, whichever one you want to do. And we'll see you in the next episode.
All right.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.